Hello, it is a no ums video for September the 18th. No ums number 33. I'm looking over at my calendar there like I don't know this stuff off the top of my head, which I probably don't. So, what do I have to do to check in for this week? I did all my vocal exercises this week. Yes, I I each day I've been doing my vocal exercises, which has all been very well, kind of boring. Um, it is one of these things where it's the grind. It's the grind of you're doing your scales, you're doing your exercises. That part of it, doing the exercise part of it, is not that fun. I'm hoping for some improvement in my speech from it. I don't know if there is. And maybe it's one of these things about being, in your 50 plus, that change that comes will be very small and will be very incremental and you won't notice it. It's probably one of those things that I need to take a look at videos like, from a year or two ago and say, how am I doing in comparison to that? Oh God, that is, I have to make an effort right now to make watch videos that I've made this week, much less videos from a year or two ago. But that might be a good idea. I did do I filmed my vocal video exercises where I did like all parts of it. And I actually ended up watching that just because it just auto ran from another video I had been reviewing. And well, that's just kind of ridiculous. But it's strangely, I find it a good accountability thing to run through the exercises and sort of think about them, even though in the last video I really didn't like. Sometimes I've been talking them out. Maybe I'll do that again the next time I do it. Probably either at the end of the month. I think I'm going to do once a month. I'll do another one in October, and I'll talk it out then if I remember this talk at that point. I did do a vocal video, more Patsy Rudenberg, which I think I've stumbled upon a good way of doing it for me, which is take each little exercise as she has them, read that sort of the day beforehand, and then the next day, okay, film yourself doing that exercise. This one was debating, so I took a video from a booktuber that I thought, oh, that's something I wouldn't mind debating, and I summed up their argument and I rebutted, and I followed the steps, which is like open up the argument, open up their argument, explore it, kind of come to a conclusion about what I thought about this. Where it's not like I completely disagree, and who knows, he'd probably look at the video and go, no, actually, we're saying the same bloody thing. You just didn't listen to me properly. I should go back and listen to his video now that I actually did the good thing. Before I pressed record on this video, I went back and I watched my vocal video just so I would have something to say. I seem to do a fairly good job in the primary purpose of all this stuff is no ums and no ahs. I'm also, I think, I'm speaking fairly clearly. So that all is fine. That is good. That is good. I'm happy with that. So yes, my goals going forward are to, yes, continue with my vocal exercises even every day. Who knows, maybe I do need to switch things up and find some other exercises to do. God help me, have a third day or something like that, or just switch it up entirely and have new exercises. Don't know if I've got the energy for that at the moment. What with my other projects, I might just leave it like this, but keep in the back of my head, perhaps it would be good to go back and see if Darren McStay or somebody has more exercises that I could do, or re-examine Patsy Rudenberg's exercises, even though I found Patsy Rudenberg's exercises sort of fairly well repeated, but less. They had less explanation, less. They were less clear than ones that I was able to kind of just jot down from people's videos, which a part of that is they got to demonstrate their vocal exercises on camera, where Patsy Rudenberg's exercises, which are from the need for words, I'm just getting it from there. And so it's a lot less vivid and a lot less, oh, I get that. There's a couple of ones in Patsy Rudenberg's. Most of them are pretty clear, but there's a couple of them I'm like, I have no idea what she's asking me to do here, which would be so much clearer on video, which is probably why a lot of these books aren't written anymore, is because we have how-to videos on YouTube that people come to for this kind of stuff, or they actually chunk up the money and they go to actual classes, which is, I can see with Patsy Rudenberg's later exercises, oh, okay, yeah, you would need to actually go to a class, and it's probably an acting class, which would be interesting. I'm quite sure if I'm that interested in doing that, even though you could say a lot of what I do on camera, it's not acting, but it's or public speaking class is probably what I would go to, and I don't know how interested I am in that either, just because there seems to be a lot of cant and a lot of the business school about that, about public speaking, because surprise, surprise, the people who are actually going to be interested in public speaking are people who professionally need to speak in public, and that is oftentimes business leaders in front of, poor, suffering employees. So, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll do another Patsy Rudenberg thing, and I'll do another no ums video next weekend. And that's about it. All right. I will leave it there. Oh, actually, one other thing. I noticed that I can tell just by the energy level I brought to it, that in my last Tender Shoot video, which is all about Marie Louise O'Murphy, that I think I was so intent on going quickly that I was probably kind of shouty in that video. And I mean, that was my first take of that video, but probably next time is, if I do another take, is subtract, slow down, and be clear. That would be my, and not shouty. Just deliver. If I'm talking like this all the time and I'm doing this and I'm like going through all these things, no one's going to listen to me. But if I slow down, take a breath, and hone my message to the essential points, people will listen to me. I'll be much more listenable in the video. So that's my little nugget for this video, is slow down and talk in a simple declarative sentences. Edit your message down. Get to the essential, deliver that, and then get out again. All right. I've been Jay. I don't know how I'm going to do that. More videos later.